Debunking the worst Sabo myth, the King of Toast. And the thumbnail was literally like no hockey pointing at Sabo. And yeah, you're a special grade One Piece LARPer if you deadass think that Sabo doesn't have hockey. I mean, come on, dude. He literally all he uses is like a wooden pipe and like his hands to fight with. Like he doesn't I mean, I okay, he still has his devil fruit, but it's like, dude, he has hockey. Let's stop.
Bro, how many times have you heard
And plus, he kind of just got that devil fruit even before he was still a revolutionary. Like, he knows hockey.
slander against Sabo? Oh, he's just a replacement ace. Oh, he's so weak and a
I have heard like the replacement ace stuff, and it's like I can see it a little bit, but Sabo is still like a unique character, and I feel like it is cool that he like is inheriting the Mera fruit, the flame fruit. And honestly, I like Sabo's character.
bum. Oh, he's so poorly written and full of plot contrivances. But I think the worst take out of all of them is that Sabo somehow does not possess Conqueror's Haki. That Sabo does not possess the qualities of a king.
I mean, we don't. Well, people are literally calling him the Flame Emperor. He probably has
That
conquerors.
essentially Sabo is not even qualified to even compete at the top level and use advanced Conqueror's Haki. Ever since Kaido said Haki trumps all, that means Haki trumps Devil Fruit,
What's so stupid about that is the reason Kaido was saying that hockey trumps all, but he lost to a Devil Fruit Awakening. He lost because of Gear 5 Luffy. Not because Luffy got better hockey, but because his Devil Fruit awakened.
and Roger never had a devil fruit and he only relied on Haki to become the Pirate King. And even now, Luffy's awakened fruit is nothing compared to Emu versus how just a tiny bit of Joy Boy's Conqueror's Haki was able to affect Emu. It is a no-brainer that if you want to be a strong opponent competing at the TP top during the final war, having advanced Conqueror's Haki is basically a necessity. Without it, you are left in the dust essentially. Haki truly transcends all. It does not matter how strong your devil fruit is. So to say that a character won't have advanced Conqueror's Haki, you're basically saying that they're completely irrelevant in the final war. Advanced Conqueror's Haki is basically your ticket to enter the final war because Emu, the Gorosei and the Holy Knights all have regeneration. The only way to counter regeneration is advanced Conqueror's Haki. So what makes Sabo a definite Conqueror's Haki user? Well, just to start off with, being a king in One Piece isn't necessarily about wanting to rule over others, but about possessing a will powerful enough to reject the path the world has chosen for you and be free. Sabo was born into a wealthy, noble family in the Goa Kingdom. He was given a privileged position in society from birth. His parents expected him to eventually become a successful noble, continuing that tradition. But Sabo chose to reject the system. He refused to bow to the system. He didn't want to become someone who stood above others simply because of his bloodline. He wanted to be free from the hierarchy altogether. It's the very same way Oden could have
Yeah, honestly, I think Sabo has like pretty good writing, so I feel like if you're calling him a replacement of Ace, it's like mostly BS. Like I get it. He ate the flame fruit, so like he's replacing Ace in a way, but like no. He still has like very good character writing.
lived a privileged life as a shogun of Wano, but no, he rejected all the rules, he broke the system, he rejected it, he rebelled, he completely went against his parents and set out to sea. Doesn't that sound just like Sabo? And he has Conqueror's Haki? Why do you think Oden has Conqueror's Haki? Is it because he's strong? No, it's because he does what he wants. It's because he refuses authority, he refuses the entire system. This is a king that refuses to bow. Sabo is this person. The qualities of a conqueror aren't necessarily about wanting to sit on a
I wonder if you can lose Conqueror's Haki. There's this theory that, Mihawk used to have Conqueror's Haki, maybe when he was like clashing with Shanks, but ever since Mihawk got bored and he realized he was never going to find a stronger opponent, and now he's just kind of living a more peaceful life, he might have lost his Conqueror's Haki.
throne or command an army. Characters like Luffy, Roger, Ace, Whitebeard all possess Conqueror's Haki despite having completely different ambitions. But what connects them is the overwhelming sense of refusing to let other people dictate how they live their lives. Sabo embodies that same quality. He chose to abandon the life he was born into, a life of privilege, to pursue his own freedom, and that rebellious spirit eventually evolved into something much greater when he joined the Revolutionary Army. Sabo went from rejecting his family to rejecting the world government itself. Sabo literally wants to tear down the current world order.
Honestly, Sabo was goated. He literally, dude, The dude fought against Emu and the five Gorosei. That went that went crazy.
and rebuild it, potentially even sit at the top.
And he survived.
In a good way, obviously. I think that's a very kingly ambition. Do I think every single Revolutionary Army member has conquered Saki? No, but the very idea of taking on the world itself is a very, very kingly thing to do. You were basically saying, I refuse to bow to authority. And what makes Sabo stand out from the other Revolutionary Army members is that he is nobility. He was born into the system he is trying to destroy. And if conquer Saki is ultimately the manifestation of an individual's overwhelming will, then Sabo's willingness to reject his birthright, defy his family, reject the class system, and eventually challenge the world's greatest authority itself, this is the exact kind of will that would make him a natural born conqueror. This guy literally wants to conquer the world government. And if Sabo's goal is to take down the celestial dragons, that would consist of the Holy Knights, the Gorosei and Emu, all who have regeneration, and to counter that regeneration, you need Conqueror Saki. By this very fact alone, he would need advanced Conqueror Saki to even be a worthy opponent for them. And thematically, it would be even more fitting because Sabo's entire character represents rebellion against the authority of the celestial dragons. The Holy Knights are essentially the protectors of that authority he's trying to destroy. He would be fighting the
Dude, I'm sorry, but Oda's kind of going insane with the fan service, bro. What is Gunko's outfit? I mean,
physical embodiment of the system he has spent his entire life rejecting. That means his eventual power-up shouldn't just make him stronger, it should represent his will becoming powerful enough to challenge theirs. And what better ability could symbolize that than Conqueror's Haki? What better way to reward Sabo than Conqueror's Haki? Look, I'm completely fine with being wrong, but that doesn't change the fact whether Sabo does have
I mean, he was trained by Dragon personally, right? He should know hockey.
Conqueror's Haki or not, that doesn't change the fact that Sabo does possess the qualities of a king either way. To me, all of this definitely proves that he does have Conqueror's Haki. But what do you think? Definitely comment down below.
At this point, I don't even know what you need to have Conqueror's Haki. Do you need to be strong? Do you need the will of a king? Who knows at this point, man? But honestly, Sabo should know hockey. He was trained by Dragon personally. He didn't always have, the flame fruit. He should have hockey.